G'day crew. I had a plan for this trip. I was going to prospect for some sand crabs and to do some trolling in between checking the pots and moving them around to see if I could find where they were. I had it planned very well, when and where I wanted to drop the pots and when and where I wanted to go trolling. Then I messed it all up before I started. I got out of bed at the wrong time. To make matters worse, I was held up on the way to the ramp. I had planned to drop the pots and start trolling around Harry's before 0400 hours. As it turned out, it was just after 0530 when I finally got there. I won't kid you, there's no snapper in this video. There were a few exciting moments that failed to produce the euphoria of catching a nice snapper. There was a lot of dropping pots, checking them, moving them, rinse and repeat. I won't bore you with all of that. All told, it makes for a short video, although there are a couple of tips in there that might help you. That's the sound I was waiting for. Whatever it is that's up on the surface. Probably not a great sign. Fighting. What is he? Shark, is it? I think it is. Yep. Gee whiz, not doing real good. I had a feeling today was going to be a disaster the way it started off. An hour and a half late. As usual these days, when I'm moving around the bay, whether it be trolling or just cruising, I'm always on the lookout for bait schools. On this trip, I barely saw any, and those that I did see were quite tiny. Towards the end of the day, I did come across a school which was just barely big enough to stop and try to get some live bait for the evening fishing session. I did have to work very hard to jig and at the same time keep the boat over the fish, but in the finish I did manage to get half a dozen liveys for the evening. And one. Big keeper, but just one. That's disappointing. Alright, I'll put him back here for an overnight soak. Well, I anchored up at Peel at Horseshoe Bay for the night. threw the lines in and I still can't get away from the bloody grinners. He jagged himself. Oh dear. It's going to be one of those trips, I think. Okay, got something. Have we? Not riding that. Missed it again. Oh no, wake up. I have got it. Oh, bit me off. Oh, I think that was another shark. Yep, bit me off through 50-pound line. Damn! Can't say I'm happy about that. And if it was a shark, I would have liked to have got him on board. Oh well, never mind. I always take any leftover bait home with me and put it in the freezer for the next trip. It doesn't matter what sort of bait it is, keep it all. I take it with me the next time I'm planning to anchor up, and I either put it in the Burley dispenser or I cut it up into small cubes for Burley. On this occasion I cut it into small cubes, feeding one cube out at a time and throwing the next one in when I can no longer see the previous one. Don't make the cubes too big and don't throw too many out at once. It's okay to pause in between throwing them out for a minute or so. The idea is to let the fish know that there's a free feed available without letting them have so much that they're full and won't want to take your bait. Another beautiful sunset over Peel and the mainland in the background. I never get tired of sunset on the water. And with the sun going down and the light fading, I decided it was time to pack up my cameras for the night. If I got a worthwhile fish, my phone is the only camera with enough low light sensitivity to take any pictures, and the phone is too difficult to use single-handed until the fish is safely in the boat. Proportional to how unprepared you are. I put the cameras away because I figured it was too dark. Oh, what have we got here? Ah, oh, shark. Bloody shark. Oh. Oh no, I want to get my hook back. Yeah, another reef shark. Oh. Right, got you under control. This is Horseshoe Bay at Peel on a Friday night. Monday is a holiday, so people are getting out Friday night to make a real long weekend of it. It's pretty crowded in there. I've anchored back to do a little bit of fishing before I go to sleep. I'll probably do a bit more in the morning before I go home. The next day I was just going to troll back to pick up the pots and then head home. After all, the whole purpose of this trip was to find the crabs. I barely started to troll when I caught yet another grinner. And it's not the biggest one I've ever seen, but it was big. Another grinner on, I hope. Yep, that's what you be. Oh, he's a big fella too. That is one big grinner. Not the biggest I've seen, but pretty big. You won't get any bigger. Oh, not feeling anything much in the way of weight in this. No, I think I still haven't found it. Oh, lazy. Oh, she's collapsed too. Why would that be? Why is she collapsed? It's ominous. I think someone's been at it. These aren't all that easy to collapse once they're up. Get the bucket. Make it easy on myself as soon as I bought it. Yeah. Let's see what we've got here. There's at least two that are size, one that's questionable and one female, I think. It's legal. It's legal. This one's a question, and he is just shy a millimetre or so. And you're a Jenny. So, okay. All right, two. Because it is. Oh, I got a wobbly gum in there.
Now you're a keeper, I don't even need to measure you. I will, just to see how big you are. Yeah, wow, nice. You're definitely another keeper. That's 5 we've got so far. Oh, you're a nice one too. Really nice one. Real nice. Oh, one did drop. Okay, with eggs. Too small. Maybe too small, eh? Are you? Oh, no. You're just size. I'll keep you. What have we got now? Too small and Jenny's. He's too small. And he's too. Where's a Jenny? He's a she. Oh. Right. Getting a bit of an idea where they are now, I think. I hope.
And this is my take home from the trip. Only 7 grinners this time, which is an improvement on last time. I'm sure I could have got more if I'd spent more time trolling and less time prospecting for crabs, but it wasn't the grinners that I was after, and the trolling was just to fill in the time between checking the pots. I managed to get half a dozen crabs for the trip. That doesn't sound like much, but 5 of them came from the last drop. The last drop also had more large bucks than jennies. Couple that with the fact that I didn't use any oily fish or other attractants, just grinners for bait, and I'm reasonably confident that the next time I go down crabbing I'm going to get a decent feed. Stay tuned for the next trip and see if I'm correct. If I am correct, I'll give you a bit of a hint on what depth the crabs are hanging around. Might help you get some. Until then, good fishing.